Hey, greetings. This is Brother Jim.
And Sister Deb.
We are married and in the Word. Time to bring an audio to you. We're out on the Gospel Road. We're currently in Nebraska, working our way east. And we wanted to talk to you about a topic called Facebook. Why? You know, recently we made the decision to no longer post on our Facebook pages. I've retired from my wood carving business, and so that Facebook page will be shut down eventually. We're no longer posting on it. And we made the decision also to stop posting on my page and our Don't Perish page. And I guess we wanted to talk about that a little bit, right, Sister Deb?
Amen.
Yeah. So we have articles at our teaching blog. Go to don'tperish.com, look up our teaching articles, and look up our articles on Facebook. You know, first I want to go on record as saying we're not saying you can't be on Facebook and be biblical and be godly. We're not saying that. You could use it for the glory of God if you're very careful. But we want to talk to you about why we left it. There's a whole bunch of reasons we left it. One, Facebook became a big nuisance because it's not very user-friendly.
Right.
It became very cumbersome. They started to censor material. We know that Facebook is very much against the things of Christ. They're actually an antichrist. And they began to censor things. It became cumbersome. Facebook began, let's see, what is it? Psalm 101 talks about setting no vile thing before my eyes. Facebook began to pop a lot of things up, even though our page was completely vetted out and we did everything we could to keep everyone else's feed. We didn't do the friending. We didn't do all the sharing stuff. They were still getting vile images when I would go on my Facebook page that I had to be very careful of right on my page. So all of these things started leaning us in the direction of saying, you know what, we don't feel Facebook is useful for our ministry anymore. Another big reason is Facebook is there for the popular things of the world. Luke 16:15, the world loves things and God abhors what the world loves. Facebook is made for sharing.
Yep.
Friending, we didn't do the friending part, writing on everyone's page, saying all kinds of things. And you know what? The gospel truth of Christ and the biblical gospel is not a popular message. It's not something people want in droves. And so Facebook is not conducive to a biblical ministry, I believe. And so what would you say, Sister Debbie? What's one of the bad things you see about Facebook that caused us to not want to be part of it anymore?
Oh, it's a pretty big reason. What we have seen is, while Brother Jim is out discerning ministries, most of the population who were commenting on there were women.
Yeah,
and
good
this
point.
is totally unbiblical. First of all, women should not be out on the internet getting their theology. Second, women should not be out commenting and reasoning with men.
Trying to teach them.
That is unbiblical. Amen. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's a great point. When I do find out about a ministry that I'm testing, now I'm in a discernment ministry, so I have a reason to go and look at someone's Facebook page, a teacher, and discern. I'm not there to entertain myself. I'm not there to try and unite to him. So I will use Facebook for that. And when I go on there, it's amazing to me. I see 95% of the people commenting, giving theology, testing him, rebuking him, trying to teach him. 95% of them are women. And what we didn't like is we had started having women commenting on our Facebook page, even though we had ours blocked and vetted so no one could see it. We just decided that Facebook was not conducive for a biblical, set-apart, holy ministry because it's not what people want. It's not what we wanted. And so doing all the friending, doing the liking, seeing everybody's feeds is what everybody's seeing. It's a huge time waster. So we decided it wasn't conducive for us. And what I would say is I would turn it to you folks and say, why are you using Facebook? Do you have a discernment ministry where you're testing people to go out and warn the sheep? Are you really using it for that? Or are you entertaining yourself? Are you titillating yourself with what you see? Is it gossip? What's going on with the people down the street? Are you connecting with people that you shouldn't be connecting with?
Well, we see women like to use that to look back in their past,
Amen.
look at their friends,
Amen.
look at their family, look at their children, and all it does is drag you back. Number one, you're going to see a lot of things you really shouldn't be seeing as a godly woman because you're purposely going back to look at it. And number two, all it does is make you look back, and Luke 9:62 tells us we're not supposed to do that. So
Amen.
that's not a really good reason to do
Yeah.
it. It's pretty dangerous.
Yeah, that's another thing. I find Facebook very dangerous. And the difference between, we have a large website. The difference between Facebook and our website is someone can find us on the internet, begin to read the truth of God, but there is no interaction directly on our website. They have to either call us or email us, and then when that happens, we vet them out. No one in the world sees what's going on, and so we don't see all these things. Facebook, it tries to make everything very transparent, and that's dangerous.
Yeah, it's kind of like Facebook is a platform, and we kind of have decided to remove that platform
Good
and
point.
not enable, I'm just speaking for women on
Yep.
this aspect anyway,
Yep.
not enable the women to be able to do that. I mean, that's not
Yep.
the only reason, but that's just one part.
Yeah, and Sister Debbie would always say to me, Facebook, when you would go see someone else's page, because again, nobody's feed would come through ours, but when we would go test somebody, Facebook is like looking in someone's window of their house.
It is.
And
when
and
you open somebody's Facebook page, you're paging
Yeah.
through it, you're willing to see what's
Now,
there.
I know they're willingly putting it on the internet, but it's like someone opening their door wide open, and there's no longer any protection. There's no longer any biblical discernment going on.
Right.
So these are all the reasons why we decided to leave Facebook behind and just use the website, our website, to glorify God. So I would challenge all of you men and women out there. Men, you have your wives and daughters and sons looking at the Facebook pages. Why? Why are you doing it? Are you really in discernment ministry? Are you really using it to warn the sheep? Is it biblical? Is it time redeeming the time honoring? Is it edifying to you? Are you getting biblical material? Or are you getting lukewarm, compromise Christianity? I don't know. I'm going to say this, and you can find my email at don'tperish.com and then email me. I don't know any fully biblical ministries that are on Facebook. Do we know of any, Sister Debbie? Fully biblical, set apart, out of the world, out of man-made religion ministries on a Facebook page. Do we, in years of doing this, do we know anybody?
At this time, no. I don't know of any that are
No.
fully obedient.
So if you're going to tell me, oh yeah, there's a lot of good ministries out there, email me and show them to me. I want to test them. If they're there, we want to support them. Maybe there are some we don't know about. If they're there, I want to test them and support them. If they're teaching falsely, I definitely want to reach out to them and expose them. The point is, Facebook is a dangerous, dangerous tool, like a gun. And if you're not using it very, very carefully, it will hurt you. It will hurt others. It does not glorify the Father. So I'm going on kind of long here, but these are all the reasons why we decided to come out. We can use the internet for God's glory. Facebook started to become a tool where it was trying to control us. We like to be able to control what we use, and our website is totally under our control.
Right, there's nothing vile on our
Right.
website.
Facebook, vile. Now, YouTube may be the next thing we may test and consider leaving. Even though we place our videos there, we tell people get out of YouTube. We may eventually leave YouTube because it too is becoming uncontrollable with advertising,
Amen.
vile things. And so I want to bring something up here that's very important. People say, well, we're using it for the glory of God. Jesus said, go out into the world and preach the gospel. He didn't say go out and link to the worldly systems and preach the gospel. Now, I know we're doing that on the internet, and so we have to be careful. We will do it as long as we can do it and still be godly, set apart, holy, biblical, and God-honoring. Facebook crossed that line, so we threw them out.
Amen.
Eventually, YouTube will cross that line. We're going to throw them out. Sister Debbie's shaking her head. Eventually, one day, the internet is going to cross the line. We're going to have to throw the internet out, too, and just go out into the world and preach the gospel. We're not afraid to go out in the world. That's what we do. We are now living in our van full-time, traveling, preaching the gospel. But these platforms being used must be controlled by saints, not the world controlling the saints.
Amen, that's it.
Yep. So that's why we wanted to talk about why we left Facebook. We didn't find it accurate or a good method for us. And so test yourself, people. Read our articles, men, about Facebook on our teaching blog. Why are you there? What are you using it for? Are you truly being biblical and God-honoring? And if not, are you willing to pluck it out for the glory of God?
Amen.
Yeah. Those things can hurt because if you're used to using them, but we need to do that for the glory of God. So that's what we wanted to talk about. Test yourself on Facebook. Test yourself what you're doing in the rest of your life.
Amen.
Make sure you're redeeming the time and you're being God-honoring. Anything else, Sister Debbie?
No, I think that pretty much covers it.
Yeah, it did. We got to get down the gospel road. Till next time, we hope you have a wonderful day. Check out don'tperish.com. Let us know how we can help you in the biblical faith. All of our truth and all of my teaching and encouragement and edification is being poured out at don'tperish.com and our teaching blog, because today we control it all.
We do.
Amen. That's a glorious
awesome.
thing.
I love it.
So till next time, have a glorious day, and I'll let Sister Debbie say,
May God be praised.